Humans of the cardboard, welcome back to Just Nuts, guys. Today we're looking at a brand new Animation Chronicle reveal. It's actually an EXODIA card. I think the artwork on this is really sick. It's someone like ripping off the seal, or the seals in general that are covering up EXODIA, keeping him in his slumber, but trying to release him so he can do his thing and win the game. But yeah, fun card. We'll take a look here. This is Break the Seal. Very accurate name here, I would say. It's a continuous trap card. You can only use the first and second effects of this card once per turn. You can activate one of these effects. So you pick one of these two and fire it. The first one says, place one Break the Seal from your deck or graveyard onto your field face up. Second effect is you can send two face up Break the Seal, including this card, to the graveyard to add a Forbidden One monster from your deck to your hand. And the last effect is that if this card is on the field is destroyed, you can reveal up to 5 Forbidden One monsters in your hand and return an equal number of cards your opponent controls back to the hand. Alright, so here's where I land on this card. It's an anime card, through and through. And by that, I don't mean anything disrespectful. I just mean this card will see no competitive play. There's just no way. Even in an EXODIA deck, which, you'll see somebody running around locals with an EXODIA deck. I'm not even sure this is a good card for those decks. This is just too slow. Most EXODIA decks are just trying to draw through their entire deck so fast that they just get all 5 pieces turn 1. This card is so much slower than that. You would have to set this card. Assuming you didn't open 2 of them, you would have to use the first effect on your opponent's turn to place another Break the Seal onto the field. Then on your opponent's turn, or then on, your next turn, so turn 3, you're able to use the effect sending both, assuming both survived and your opponent didn't do anything to remove them, because, I don't know, we have stuff like SP Little Knight in the game, that can just banish one that still doesn't even trigger the protection effect, and then it's offline, but then you get 1 out of the 5 pieces you needed. So that would already have to be a scenario where you basically had access to 4 of the 5 pieces, and this card is supposed to be getting you the final piece. I just don't see it in terms of viability, even for EXODIA decks, and EXODIA decks still don't even have any viability in competitive Yu-Gi-Oh! So for me, it's probably just a fun card that's going to get, forgotten. But it is still cool. It is still cool to see. EXODIA is cool. This isn't really support for like the EXODIA archetype like the Equip spell was. We got revealed like a week ago. But still a fun card nonetheless. I don't expect this second effect to really do much for you either. It's only on destruction. I guess you can destroy it yourself. So like if you can pop it on your opponent's turn to then when you already know you have a couple Forbidden Ones in hand, cool. Get a multi-bounce. That's kind of cool. It doesn't even target, and it's cards, so it can be spell, trap, monster, anything. So there is some coolness there, but again, this card's not setting up whatever the pop would be. You'd have to entirely separately draw into a way to set up the pop separate from this. So it is what it is. Not too impressed with this card. I just don't think competitively it's going to have any viability, but I think it's fun. It's EXODIA stuff, all that stuff. I guess the last thing to mention here is, as far as Infinite Forbidden goes, I believe this leaves us with around 10 open slots left for Infinite Forbidden, somewhere around there. Could be 11, could be 12, something close to that. This is getting dropped in 3 weeks now for us, so we are right around the corner from it. So that is the hype part. And I guess the last thing I would say is, looking at this set so far, realistically, and I'm going entirely off of memory here, I did not look this up prior, and I should have. I know the Gimmick Puppet card's pretty good. I know the Ancient Gear card is pretty good. But those are 2 very specific cards that basically only have any utility for 2 very specific decks. Outside of those 2 cards, I don't think there's really much going on in the set so far. And I think so far is the key word, because look at last year. We got Bonfire, we got Transaction Rollback, we got the Earthbound Immortal... Not Earthbound Immortal, the Earthbound Servants, I think are a better way to call them. Better name to call them. That's a cool playable engine, right? So we got some the Buzz King, the rank 8. We got a handful of really cool things. I guess you could throw the new EXODIA support card in there too, that Equip spell. That's an interesting card. But regardless, not too much. Pretty specific archetypal support. We'll see if they finish strong with a couple cards that actually will make this set a little bit extra interesting in terms of the competitive player base. But We haven't seen too much yet, so that does kind of give me hope that they're going to try and finish strong with some good ones down the next 2.5 weeks. But I'll obviously keep you posted on anything that drops there. I'm out of here for today. Thank you so much for watching. As always, guys, stay tuned for more Yu-Gi-Oh! News reveals as they come, because I will be bringing them to you as soon as I can. And I'll see you in the next video. Peace.